My name is Adam Fry with Mountain King Survival. I'm here today to talk about a kit that I've come up with. I call it the Kit of Steel, and it emphasizes on the importance of steel in your kit and the kinds of steel in your kit. I'll start with basically the base of it being two high-capacity stainless steel pots, and they're very multifunctional. You can boil water for many people at the same time. You can cook for many people at the same time. Conduct personal hygiene, and basically what I'd like to do is stack these on top of each other, lash them to an external pack frame, and you've eliminated the singularity of like a soft pack. So you get to the site and your kit basically explodes and nothing only has one function. So like I said, boil water, cook for many people, conduct personal hygiene. Another idea that I came up with, this kind of out of the box, was making it a mass catch mousetrap. And this was like a little trigger that I made for this. You see stuff similar to this on YouTube. I've never seen anybody use a pot before, but you can see them with the buckets. So if 4 different people had this kit, and while you're cooking and while you're cleaning and doing your water, and you have all these other pots in the perimeter set up catching protein, because we all know it's a calorie game. So I only cook with stainless steel in the woods. I don't use aluminum, I don't use titanium, and I have my reasons. So I stick with my stainless steel pots. Other pieces that I don't have here, my stainless steel water bottle. Another piece, your axe. What kind of steel is in your axe? I've had discussions with some people about the S-Wing, and I like it. It's affordable. What I don't like about it, I did in the beginning and I don't now, since it is a steel shank. If this breaks in the forest, it's done. But if you have something like this hatchet where the handle breaks in the forest, then you can replace your handle. And one thing that I heard from mowers from up north, just by reading some of his stuff, is always have your next axe handle already built and ready. But so that's that. Another item I like a lot, I'm a big fan of saws. So this is a single man crosscut. This is a small double edge, and this is a Bahco Laplander. I have some Coronas too that I really like a lot. But the one thing I don't like about folding saws is there's a hinge, and that's why I like these solid saws like this, just like you'd have a full tang knife. Anyway, but something like this big crosscut would be something along the lines of like a pioneering kit, something like you might cache in the forest with a full-size axe and a full-size shovel, and if you need it, you go get it and you use it and you take it back. But we'll talk more about that later. Another little piece I like are the pruners. You have no idea how much you like them until you start using them out there, and you're like, that rocks. A Leatherman, for obvious reasons. Your little spoon knife, so you're carving depressions, carving bowls, cups, spoons. Just finishing over here, needles in your kit. Needles for fixing your wool blanket, fixing your clothing, fixing your tarp, or sewing up lacerations. And I know these are more for like material and whatnot, and they're better needles for sewing up wounds. But regardless, one more piece of steel to have in your kit. Fish hooks. Just a little deal like this, full of fish hooks, for obvious reasons. One thing that I want that I don't have yet is a Scotch eye auger. It's basically an auger that has an eyelet in the end of it, so you can put a piece of wood in it and bore holes in wood. But something I kind of came up with this morning that I haven't seen, somebody might have already done it, is just a socket wrench, and then these bits made for impact wrenches for at work. So just putting that in there and boring holes in wood if you're doing shingles, if you're doing whatever little bit of work that you need to do. That was just something that I came up with this morning, and that way you can use all those bits, little paddle bits, or if you have a need to have a Phillips or whatever, because you never know what you're going to come across or what you're going to need to do. Regardless, we have a couple more knives here. We have a handmade local knife, and I mean, how well is it going to strike a ferro rod? How well is it going to, or shave a ferro rod? How well is it going to strike sparks? So you have, your firearm steel. You have, the spring. The spring in these mags here is just as important as the springs in your trap. You know, so you need to maintain those. You have your snare wire here. They're good for, you're very lucky if you get 2 uses out of a snare. So, but if you have these in number, you know, snares of course are force multipliers, and they're always working for you when they're set up. So, regardless, I just kind of wanted to go over this today, and if there's any questions, let me know. Hit me up on Mountain King Survival. Thank you very much.